Hello, we're back with part 2 of Into Space. Where we're playing DreadLore. That's D-R-E-A-D, Dread. Lore, L-O-R-E. Go to DreadLore.com and get a book. God damn it. You can even get a t-shirt. Check this out. Ooh. Yeah. All right, we're going to jump right back into this adventure. Katrina, you start getting chest pains. your chest explodes. You die. No, I'm kidding. However, your ears are burning for some reason. Actually, this is what's going to happen. I think this makes much more sense. Susan will talk to you through your Neuralink. As Cherokee did announce to Dolby about the Krisk, correct?
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
As in, he announced.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so Susan heard it. Susan will tell you, Katrina. Katrina, will you plug yourself into the cockpit chair or go to the med bay, please, and get a chest scan? Do not be alarmed.
Oh, yeah, totally. Anytime someone tells you not to be alarmed, that's a good thing. But does it matter to you which I do?
No. Although
then I'll sit in the chair.
A surgeon may be required. Do not be alarmed.
Okay, so
you keep on
say that.
repeating that to me twice just kind of shows me that maybe I should be alarmed. But I'll keep it cool for now, and I'm gonna go sit in the chair and plug in.
I actually love the fact that you're keeping it cool. What do you bid to keep cool? And what were you saying?
Of course, Cool Cat is not available anymore right now, but
So, Katrina, can you meet me in the med bay?
You get this other comm from Cherokee.
When you
like right after.
get a chance.
yeah, hold on. Susan wants me to sit in the chair real quick so she can do a body scan. I'll be there in a minute, maybe. Anyway, so I'm gonna bid Strider for that one.
I think Aragorn could keep it chill. As you stride to the cockpit, you have that cold sweat. Like, you don't feel nervous, but you're just sweat is pouring down your body.
Oh yeah, like at this point, 3 people have told me to keep calm. It's fine. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
You see Alice Brick moving past you like this. Like, everybody knows. Cool be like slams a door. Yeah, they don't.
Oh my god.
Cats hiss. Anyway, as you run up the stairs and jump into the chair and plug in, everything becomes vibrant again as you plug into your real home.
Fair.
I can do a full body scan on you, Katrina, with your permission.
Yeah, let's go with it. Oh, and this will be interesting because, I mean, she probably would have already sensed it to a certain degree, but she could see that Katrina is... Like, she probably would have suspected already, but she can see by doing this that Katrina is maybe a little more specced out than she lets on.
Yeah. I will warn you, however, this scan is thorough. You will experience some radiation.
Oh, what's a little extra radiation in space? Fine, let's do it.
As you see this beam, it's actually, it doesn't feel like anything. It's just blue ray. It was very similar to the blue ray that that happened on the lower decks when Dolby was like, "Everybody get out of the lower decks." As the cockpit seals behind you, shook. All right. Meanwhile, Gostrom has said what she's said. She will say she needs to be scanned. There are likely Krisk eggs implanted in her.
Yeah, so she's currently going through a scan with the RI, and then I plan to do an arthroscopy in the med bay to extract everything. And then
That is a good plan.
burn it real good.
Thankfully, these eggs do not gestate very quickly, and we've had great success removing them without fatality. Tell her to not be alarmed.
So I'm just gonna pipe back into Katrina and be like, "Hey, just in case, I didn't say it before. Don't be alarmed, okay?"
So are these open
Sure,
comms?
sure thing.
Did Dolby know any of this stuff? Because nobody's said anything out loud, so it's like, okay, I think we're ready to make the move, guys.
It's like a bunch of teenagers texting
Right
around
now.
their parents.
Right now, that's exactly what's happening. I mean, I don't really know. I am going to say, I didn't set up this weird back-ass word communication that you guys did. Okay, that's all you are. But we're sticking to it. In fact, Dolby, you've said what you said. Gostrom will have responded also to the sensor sweep that as of yet, she does not know what you're talking about as to any kind of skirmish or whatever in space.
Okay. That might be a Krisk ship out there.
We don't.
Cool me, however.
Silas, can you
Go on, Cherokee.
Silas, can you send? I don't know what to call it necessarily, but I don't know, like a message that has like a summary of what happened in this meeting to Dolby. Just like in a text format.
Transcript.
So oh.
All right. So
I happen to have been writing the entire time, so yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that way he knows what's going on with Katrina, and yeah.
So there's a transcript. Okay, so we're going to move forward a little bit with this. Katrina, you're getting scanned. It will take a few minutes. Kumi, before the scan begins, is evacuated from the cockpit. And then the cockpit is sealed. Kumi, going down the stairs, will message Dolby. This might as well be on everyone's comms. Yeah. General comms is generally how you all talk, unless you specifically say it's private. Okay.
Let's open
so we're
up
just going to assume
comms, guys, because we have a bit of a emergency situation happening. Susan, can you go ahead and scan engineer and see if anybody impregnated him?
Absolutely. Is anyone else in the med bay?
No.
Actually, Cherokee and Silas are in the med bay, right?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. That's where we went to do the message.
Yeah. Susan will pop on. Sergeant Silas, Second Lieutenant Cherokee Sue, I need you to leave the med bay so that I may scan Specialist Dole Engineering.
Okay.
Right.
So you want to go to the engine room or something?
I guess.
Because that's directly across the hall, essentially, right?
It's down on the lower deck.
But Susan, if you couldn't detect the spiders before, what makes you be able to detect them now?
I've never scanned for these.
Oh. Perhaps Burgess, Sue, why don't you go look at engineering right away? And Susan, I'll hang here on the bridge and I'll keep I'm like shut. I'll hang here with Katrina while Susan scans.
So you go to the cockpit?
Yeah, I'll go to the cockpit. I thought it was in the cockpit.
No, you were in the mess.
Oh.
As the cockpit will open by your command.
Yeah.
You see like a sci-fi horror movie, Katrina in this chair kind of looking at you wide-eyed as this scan is like moving
right.
down her body.
Let's airlock this, or not airlock it, but let's put the airlock back down.
So cool
behind
me. All right. Before we move forward, we're gonna get all the shit done and actually move more than 5 feet this game. Kumi will say to you that she has finished the scans. She just needs to read them out to you.
Yeah, what's going on, Colmy?
She's reading from outside of the cockpit. She says, "It looks like the skirmish is over. There's debris, such of maybe a small capital ship. Looks like a lot of firepower was done. Just by the looks of it, it's weapons that the SSA would use, or anyone from the SSA. I did get a signature of one of the ships, likely the one that survived. It is..." Sorry. It is the Peacemaker, a destroyer class.
Oh shit. Whose side?
That I don't know. It did not have PNB decals though.
So it's probably Telmar, or I'm guessing Ramada. Or potentially Clad.
I'll say this though, Captain. With that sort of intensive scan, if someone was looking, they may have seen us scanning. I'm not saying they would see us, but they would potentially be scanning for us.
Sure. Well,
we essentially just made a very loud noise.
Yeah, we'll make some evasive maneuvers and change our direction.
It does look like the destroyer was keeping some distance from Novus Terra.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a quarter of the way in. So a quarter of the way from Novus Terra. From my experience, a destroyer does not come alone.
Copy. Well, as soon as we have this medical situation handled, we will need your services back on the bridge. See what you can do from engineering at this point.
All right, she'll pop down in engineering. You guys are 80% out of the solar system right now.
Okay. Katrina, I know you're being scanned, but
down at your abdomen.
But I'm going to need you to make a move. We got a battleship going in hot that we are not, or a destroyer that we're not likely going to win. That's
two very different things.
I know. I remembered though. I mean, I said the words.
It's like he's got a gun versus he's got a grenade launcher.
Right. This newfound happy-go-lucky Dolby is not the it's not the militant warmonger, but it's like Dolby has had this. He's got this weight lifted off of him. He's just like super chill at this point.
What do you do?
I'm going to need you to do a couple of course corrections as we don't leave the vicinity. And can you hide us behind a moon somewhere, like we did before, Katrina?
Well, I could depend. Actually, that's a good question. What is in the area, Will?
So you're in the solar system. There's, I believe I said 4 planets. Each one has a few moons. So, it's where you want to go. On the outer portion, let's see. So it's a binary star system. You got your gas giant. Give me a second. All right, so you have your
If
gas
I
giant
remember
that
correctly, I'm trying to remember planets in a binary star system. And Hulker, you may have to, if you I don't know if this is something you know, do they do like a figure 8 between the planets? I can't remember how binary star systems work.
In a binary star system, assuming it's a close enough binary, planets orbiting outside of the of each binary would be in a circular orbit.
Okay.
Elliptical.
Presumably indefinitely, as long as nothing disturbs them.
Okay.
Can I make a bid
So-
with that order?
not yet, because
Okay.
I wanna get this taken care of. So we haven't mathed too hard on this, but we're also using gravity drives and lightsabers. It's a binary system. There is one gas giant. It's far enough away to where it does not create the 3-body problem. And near the edge, doing a very large or wide elliptical orbit are 2 planets. So Novus Terra is nearest to the inner part of the solar system, and it's one of the moons of the gas giant.
Yeah.
So you guys are about 80% out. There's one planet beyond you. If you go to 90% out, you'll hit that planet, and it'll be let's see. It'll be Novus 4. Or you
And
could
we're
go
about
back
80%
in.
out, you said?
Yeah, you need to go 90 to get there. If you wanted to go in, you just go in a little bit, but you just have to go translateral to the other planet.
I'd probably go to the other planet then, since Dolby said he wants to hide.
Okay. All right. So in that case, you just have to change the arc because you're going in a straight line right now.
Yeah.
Getting to that other planet, you just experience about a G.5. So long as you're not doing like a harsh turn or a harsh angle, you could just scoot around that way. But it takes longer, of course.
And if we cut off communication with Gostrom and kind of shut down a lot of our loud things, if we continue in this straight line, I'm going to bid my trait Life in Space. It's a new trait.
Okay, hold on. Are you going in a straight line or are you turning?
No, I think what I'm saying is we go in a straight line. We shut off all of our communication and our scans and stuff like that, and then we make the turn. Does that make sense, Katrina?
Yeah, but you'll have to have your power on to make the turn.
Right. Oh, so they'll be able to track us if we make that turn?
I mean, it's hard to track you, but
Yeah.
in general, space is really big.
Yeah.
But if they're scanning, and it depends, you just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So is the goal here to just leave a tracer of like, since we're making a scan and a lot of noise, are we I'm asking, Ken / Dolby here,
Yeah.
are you trying to like leave a blip behind this planet?
Yeah, I wanted
and
this
then us
loud
leave
blip
there
to
so that-
occur, and then I wanted to change our trajectory
Yeah.
and
that's a good
not leave
strategy.
a loud blip.
Right.
Do you understand that, Katrina?
Yeah.
I know that I'm not an
Ow.
expert pilot like you. But I think that's what we're trying to mask our signature.
So Katrina, since Dolby's giving you the order, this is how you can think about it, and then you can bid to do it if you want. What you guys did was you basically kind of like a sniper, and you just fired your gun with the scan. So now you're trying to move. Now, if you want to have
Gotcha.
a distraction or something like that, that's fine. The rate at which you move, how direct you do it, you being someone who's a pilot and that does this kind of maneuvers, if you were scanning for someone doing this, you would perform certain maneuvers too. So what is it that you do? Do you go to Novus 3, which is the turn, or do you go to Novus 4, which is pretty much going straight ahead?
I would do the turn because it'd be the, if going straight ahead could be a predictable trajectory. If somebody had already, if somebody had already realized where we were.
Yep.
So doing the turn is the most reasonable course of action if we're trying to remain undetected.
Okay. All right. So what do you bid?
I bid expert pilot.
That's a good one. Describe how you make this turn and everything, and all that good stuff.
Are we still on full burn, or are we coasting at this point? Probably.
You're not on full burn, but you're not fully up to speed yet.
Okay. So in that case, Katrina would probably just use the starboard and aft maneuvering thrusters, on either on the front and the back, to sort of change the trajectory slightly as they're going along towards Novus 3.
As you do this roll, almost like a corkscrew type thing, and it spins you and you move, you'll all feel the gravity change. Instead of it being beneath you, it sort of shifts. This odd feeling. Think of like being on a roller coaster where it shifts just a little bit to your left, or like when you're on a plane when they're banking and you almost don't feel it, but then you kind of feel this. So it's pretty gradual. Maybe something rolls off a counter, but that's about it. It's 1.5 G's. So you're a little bit heavier than normal. All right. And you're starting to make that turn, veering off course. Okay. At this point, we either go into the montage or you guys have specific actions.
I want those bugs off my ship. Make sure engineer didn't have it. And Susan, you better be right about the scan.
She will finish the scan on you, Katrina. All right. Fate roll time.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
We're going to do that, and then we're going to get to you guys.
Cool.
So, who's fortune, who's false fortune?
I will be.
Don't no. Anybody but just
Anybody but Holger.
Unless it's fortune. You have to be fortune if you're gonna do it. You roll too well.
See, that's the thing. You say that, and now that, like, if he's fortunate, it'll be like a fucking 4.
Who's fortune?
I'll be false and Hulker be fortune.
Okay. So Drizzle is false fortune. Hulker is fortune. Guess what fortune is? You're not impregnated with spider bugs. False fortune is you are. All right. On this one, we're going to have no rerolls. This is a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Do it.
This is hard play. This is hard mode.
It's hard mode.
I got a 70.
Oh no.
I got a 94.
Oh! Holker for the win. As she scans you and says, Katrina, you
Yeah.
are queen. You are clean.
Cool.
And
I guess-
older gentleman. A hologram pops up and is like, "You are not the father."
By the way, as an aside, my fantasy football team is the Maripovich babies.
Oh, so good.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
All right, you get to the med bay, Silas and Cherokee, and you see Dole Engineer in there. How'd he check in?
So I actually don't remember. Did he actually get stabbed anywhere?
No one knows.
No one knows. Okay, I didn't.
Yeah,
know.
Dolby was actually rather clever, being like, "Wait a minute, the dude who's in the
Okay.
back alone. Did anybody go
You
back
just
there?"
buy it by himself. Okay, so in that case, if I remember correctly, there is a scanner on the table that he's on that's relatively rudimentary. So because it's been a while since we've been in the
So
med base.
what do you do?
Okay, so I want to use I want to visually look him over, but I also want to use. the
He's
rudimentary
definitely been
scanner.
stabbed by a spider monster.
Cool. So how many times?
A couple,
A couple.
for good measure.
Good measure.
Dolby, you get a narrative point.
Oh, nice.
For
If
he
he's dead, just
definitely got stabbed.
if he's dead, just go ahead and launch him into space, if you would.
Definitely haven't.
Okay.
That's like leaving your food out.
Yeah.
Definitely got stabbed.
Okay. So Skip, quick question.
Yeah.
Do we have an incinerator?
I think we have a vastness of space that we can give him.
Yeah, but
you don't have
an
an
thing
incinerator.
full of eggs out into space. I don't think these things are going to die in the vacuum of space.
Well,
We burn
maybe
it with fire.
we can
Kill it fast.
we can launch him
Wait.
into the sun. We'll put him in a Jeffries tube and launch him into the sun.
What do you,
Do you check
what
him
do
over
you-
or not?
Well, you said he's stabbed a bunch of times. I visually looked at him.
Yeah, he's got 2 stab wounds.
He's got 2. You said.
What are you
Okay.
trying to
Let's
incinerate?
change
there,
my course of
Church?
action a little bit. I was thinking it was like 5 or 6.
Skip is
Anyway, sorry, Skip.
calling you on comms.
What are you trying to incinerate?
Dole.
Potentially dull, but not for any particularly exciting reason, of course.
Alice Brick looks at you, Skip. Wait, did he say he's going to incinerate Dole?
I was waiting for the don't be alarmed.
I'm gonna use a pip. It's worth it. So don't be alarmed or anything.
Clearly the title of this episode.
Don't be alarmed or anything.
Don't be alarmed or anything.
But I think the spider things had a little bit of pokey coitus with our doll's meat.
Launch him into space. Just put him, shoot him at the sun.
Is there anything we can do to?
Shoot him at
Get
the
them out of
sun.
him?
Just shoot him at the sun.
Okay, so
But we don't know that yet.
It doesn't matter.
my running
Just shoot him at
theory,
the sun.
Skip, is that I can do an arthroscopy and vacuum out the eggs and burn them intensely, melt them with fire.
But I mean, you saw what they looked like before they
Yeah.
hatched when we opened the package. They look
Yeah.
like black crystals, so they should be easy to see if they've started to grow.
What if we put them in a box and then shoot it into
Let's
space?
meet Burgess halfway here. Why don't we? There you go.
All right.
This is great.
How about this?
Character
What about a
development.
container? We need to study these things. Why don't we take his remains, because that's what he is, and we'll vacuum seal him and put him in a cold space, and they won't hatch.
Did he die?
So again, dude, he's right here. He can't hear anything I'm saying because he doesn't have a helmet on.
Well, whatever you do,
But, Jesus,
do it
this is
before I get
uncomfortable
there
for
because
me.
this is
I don't
happening.
know that y'all are fully appreciating the fact that I'm having this conversation
He's
in
unconscious.
front of.
When I was
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
when I was in Seoul and doing basic training with the Marines, when we had downtimes, I watched this movie. It was about the 256th sequel in a long line of movies about this very scenario. No one, the first 50 movies have been lost. I mean, it's been a long time, right? But they just kept making them for some reason, and it doesn't end. It doesn't end well if we don't shoot this thing out into space immediately.
Burgess, as you look over, it's been a while. You actually see at the corner of the room, turn towards the corner, your niece, the phantom of her. As she turns, you see fires in her eyes. She's like, burn him.
Oh my god.
She's like pointing at your flamethrower that's like hung up on the wall. Burn him with that.
Can I?
And I'll just offer up my own flamethrower to get the job done if if that's what you decide to do.
Burgess, Team Burgess, let's go! Come on, come on. I don't trust that if we shoot this thing into space. Sorry, Dolby, he's unconscious. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I don't think that sending it into space is a good idea. So,
What do you do?
I am going to use
Damn.
Are we in the dread?
Oh yeah,
Okay. I would like to.
I would.
but you're not in rounds.
I'm gonna use
Not
my
rounds.
demeanor. So I'm gonna use my demeanor gruff, and I'm gonna put him essentially in a body bag. But it's like a I can vacuum seal.
Yeah.
No, wait, I want a bunch of.
Yeah, you guys are on a military ship. You deal with dead bodies. You know,
All the
it's
time. Okay, so what I
military
actually want
funeral.
to do here, I want to pump a little bit of oxygen into this bag.
Okay.
Uh,
Meanwhile,
it is
Dolby, what are you doing?
sealed.
I am going to bid military life and start heading to the med bay, and I'm grumbling underneath my teeth, and my happy-go-lucky attitude is starting to
Evaporating.
decrease.
I was about to say the empathetic Dolby's already ended already.
Yeah, you get there. Since you bid, you open the door and you see the whole engineering is in a bag. Cherokee is like pumping some air into it. Silas is still staring at him.
You didn't touch him, did you?
Okay, so I'm gonna use a pip. Because I think I have.
You definitely touched him. So you bid a pip, or you spend a pip to have not skin to skin touched him, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the same gear that I used to do surgery last time, like essentially the big body suit.
Yep.
So my ultimate
Okay,
goal is
conversation
to
between you
put
guys.
him in the. I'm putting him in the airlock. That's what I was trying to get to earlier with my action. That's where I want to put some air in there, put him
So
in the airlock, catch him on fire.
this is
and send him
between.
to space.
So that's cool. Between you three, what's the scene? Dolby walks in. You got him in a bag.
All right.
Silas is staring at.
You tell me what you need in that airlock. I'll bring it to you, but you're in the airlock with him.
Okay, so I guess we unintentionally metagamed there. That was not my intention. I was just trying to make it clear to Will what my action was, because you just barged into the room.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you.
Okay.
Whatever you need. I don't want Dole to die, but we got
I
a
think we're
ship.
well beyond that point, and
Oh, is he
unfortunately,
dead? I mean, I think we just put him in the airlock and launch him at least at the planet, and he'll be fine at this planet that we're coming up. I mean, he's
Okay,
dead,
so,
right? He's already dead. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's dead
I'm
is
not worried-
dead. We just throw him
worried
at the
about
planet.
eggs in the body,
and we can come
so
back.
What I want to do is catch him on fire and then send his ashes into space.
Okay.
Okay, it's cut and dry.
All
I
right.
put a little bit of oxygen in the bag so that when we use Burgess's flamethrower, that he burns in sweet glory, and Valhalla cometh forth. Okay, can you help me? Fuck it, I'm big. I'll do it. And I just scoop Dole up and throw him over my weird suit body in his body bag.
Would you at least get a little inject a little blood and put it in like something safe, like a vacuum sealed, and we'll keep it cold and stuff like that, just to have the DNA.
Do I look like somebody that knows how to do research and like study stuff?
No, I'm just for other scientists. Let's do this quickly. Let's do this fast.
I do fix it. That's it.
So draw some.
Fast.
Okay, all right.
Fast.
I have like a gun. Stick it in his arm.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Sterile
a surgeon
sample.
in a med bay. You definitely can take blood.
Yeah.
Okay, you do.
No, I was talking
you have
about. I thought he was like, "Why don't you get in there and research this shit?" I was like, "I don't know how to do any of that."
No,
Okay, you take
that's for somebody else.
Okay. Oh my God, guys. You take a vial of fucking blood. You carry the body to the airlock. That happens. Fuck.
Okay.
Airlock's closed. Now what do you do?
Burgess brought me the flamethrower. Correct?
Did Burgess bring you the flamethrower?
I showed up with flamethrower.
Flamethrower, Argon
Okay,
flamethrower in tow. Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then is put him close to the airlock that we're going to open, and I'm going to catch him on fire. So step back, everybody. I am about to have some fun. Burgess,
I'm gonna grab onto something.
Okay. So.
And then I catch him on fire and then leave.
All right, Cherokee.
So we can send it into space.
You all, I love you to death. Okay. This is what's going to happen. Do you take him to the bottom airlock, like the main airlock that you guys keep on using? You technically have two. You have one on the side where you can dock to a space station, and you have one on the ass of the ship. The ass of the ship is where you can load stuff in. It's a bigger place.
Okay.
Whichever's closer.
This matters. I need to know which one.
Because Dolby's antsy and just like looking at Cherokee this fast.
What I want to be able to do is close one door, have the other open, do the fire, go outside, close my door, open the other door. So
okay, I need you to describe actually what you just said. I don't actually understand. So the way an airlock is, right? You've got the door to the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little room, and then another door, and then the interior of the ship, right?
Are you gonna
hold on? Hold on. Let me do this. All right, exterior door. The airlock itself is a little room, interior door, and then here's the main ship. So what are you doing? Because you've already done it. I just need to know what are the steps you're taking.
Okay.
Cherokee.
So I'm going to try. I'm just going to spray him with the flamethrower. That's it.
Where? Fucking hell. Yeah, go on.
I mean, I'm confused on what
At which airlock? Go to the one at the docking station.
Okay, let's go to the one at the ass of the ship. Because what I didn't understand is all I want to do is be in an airlock that I can open to space that is not going to cause any structural damage.
This is what I'm getting at. So just using the flamethrower in the ship gets a certain result. So what I'm asking is, what do you do? Like, what are the steps you actually take?
Okay.
Because that really matters right now.
Okay. So I'm going to use... Cherokee is going to grab a welding shield and put it behind and prop the body up against it and set the body is close to the edge of the airlock, the one at the base of the ship, so we have a lot of space to work with. Just in case something fucks up, because who knows, chance. Because the argon burns really hot, I'm going to essentially, just because of the oxygen, I just want to do one quick burst to just get it to catch, so because it'll burn on its own because the argon's so hot.
When I see him lifting up to use this argon flamethrower, I'm going to be like, can you at least do a spacewalk and do it outside? Not in my ship, man. Do a spacewalk and burn him out there. It's argon. It's gonna fucking flame in space.
Sure. So I'm gonna tie a rope around his waist. Is that suit that I'm in oxygen sealed so I can go into space?
Mine would be.
I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna turn around to everybody. Well, in that case, everybody fuck off. I'm gonna go burn an egg sack in space.
Okay. What do you bid to do this?
I'm gonna use fuck it up.
All right. This is what happens. Cherokee picks up Dole's body in the bag that has a little bit of air in it. Goes down to the main airlock, opens up the door, walks in, closes the main door, decompresses, hooks in so he with a lifeline so he doesn't fly away from the ship, opens up the outer door and does a spacewalk. As you're out there, you take the body and kind of push it out as it's moving away from you very slowly, and you light the bitch on fire. Purple flames explode. Roll a chaos die to see if you do. This would be using the argon flamethrower.
I said a D4 or a D6. I don't remember.
D6.
Gotcha. It is a 2.
That does not blow up.
Woohoo!
Describe what happens, Cherokee.
It's like a very old Yeller scene. Cherokee feels a little bit sad for the fact that Dole has been through so much and we've been trying to bring him back. So there's this weird bit of sentimentality going on. And so as the body is slowly floating away, there's this moment of are you gonna do it or not? And then just so much fire. Then Cherokee just burn it alive, burn it dead.
The shit out of this thing.
At the end of the thing.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. In fact, when you guys are all looking out, it's just it's actually kind of beautiful. You see this huge dude. They're completely silent. Cherokee, you can feel the thrumming of the argon ignite and everything. Which, by the way, just out of game, argon does not ignite. It's a noble gas. So the idea of an argon flamethrower, it's like burning helium. Okay, so it's hot as fuck. How do you burn argon? I don't know. That's science fiction shit. So this thing is hot. You're boom! You blast the shit out of Dole, and when you're done, there's nothing there. All right, fate roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
Whose fortune, whose false fortune? Cherokee cannot be this. Neither can Dole be, for he gave the order.
Forever, Raggy.
I'll be false fortune.
I'll do fortune.
Hell yeah. All right, here are the stakes. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give you too many stakes here. Fortune and false fortune. Dole is dead, and whatever happened is dead. The fortune is he was actually impregnated. The false fortune is he wasn't.
Yeah, right.
Then again, who knew?
Who knows?
So roll.
Who would really know?
Doesn't matter now.
Nope.
So
Roll it.
like while they're doing their rolls, like all you see is like Cherokee is like floating out and on the line, just kind of like looking at space, like just having a moment.
He's having a moment, and we're gonna lead to it too. All right, roll.
71.
59.
All right. Looks like he wasn't impregnated.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Wait. So, because obviously we wouldn't necessarily know under normal.
No, you wouldn't,
normal
except
circumstances.
about what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
As Cherokee, you're like, there's that moment where you're waiting, and you're like, I'm gonna do it. Boom! And right as you hit the button, you see Dole wake up.
You see like the bag is flexing.
And there's a little window where he's like, "Hey, no!"
Boom.
It weighs on both Cherokee and Dolby's mind. I wonder if he was even impregnated or not. You just don't know. You kind of rationalize it, you're just not sure. Cherokee, Dole was gonna be okay. Maybe you could have done surgery. I don't know. Both of you can make sanity rolls.
Nah.
This is gonna be a threshold
I am going to.
3. Silas going to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silas gets in the bunk, and then
Night.
Like, y'all figure this shit out.
seeing
Night.
And I'll have to bounce around 11.
seeing Dole Engineering taken out, Silas is like, I'm going to bed. Threshold is
And
3
that's
for Dolby. And threshold, we're going to say, is 4 for Cherokee. What'd you get?
2.
All right. You gain a derangement.
I'm gonna just click my personality backup one.
So I'm using an action die, and then what's the other?
Mind.
Mind. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do I get a flaw too? Because I've run out of space
No.
for flaws.
No, you just get a derangement.
That's
You're
So
past
many
that.
flaws, all the flaws.
You're past that at this point.
okay. So that's 3.
I liked Dole. Like, even though he was a traitor, I liked him.
So I got
He was-
Sorry,
What'd you get?
my memory is fuzzy. I got a 7 and a 4.
Okay, so that's 2.
2. Okay. Would 8 have been? Would 8 have been the 2?
It would have been a failure
Yeah.
to
Okay.
a less failure.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
I just couldn't remember what that second. 2
As you gain a derangement. So tick a box. As you have a moment. Now Katrina, as he went into space, and you guys were doing this maneuver, you would have had to have stopped the burn. Okay, so just have normal inertia, or else, well, you'd have been like flapping behind you, like a kite.
Smack, smack, smack.
So as Cherokee gets back in, and you continue the burn. Okay, since we don't have a lot of time, we're montaging. You guys make the turn, and you up ahead, you can see on your sensors, and then just this small blue dot that's obviously getting bigger as the moment passes, of Novus 3, this icy planet. It's about the size of Neptune.
So Katrina can tell as they're coming up on their destination, she executes a flip and burn maneuver so they can start slowing down before they get to it.
You do. As you all feel, also you get a narrative point for doing that. Well done. As you, for a moment, feel weightless and then feel the retro gravity start, so you have gravity again because you're slowing down. As Coolme will get on the sensors and say to everyone, well, it looks like that frigate I've seen, or I've found, pretty much pinpointed their position. Or I'm sorry, destroyer pinpointed their position. They're essentially holding a couple AU outside of Novus Terra, so they're pretty far away from you, like a good 70% of the system. Looks like they're investigating the explosion of the clad ship and that Telmar ship. As you're getting nearer to Novus 3, Katrina, you are in the pilot seat, controlling this burn and everything. Are you doing anything in particular?
I mean, basically, Katrina just sort of be, essentially passively monitoring all the systems, making sure, nothing's going to, like, the engines aren't about to explode for some random reason, kind of thing.
Everything is nominal, as far as you can tell. Go ahead and throw down wits and tell me what the result is in a moment. Just remind me of it.
Okay.
Burgess, what are you doing on the ship? You in the mess? Or are you in the med bay, or where are you? You notice the med bay is empty. There is no Dole there. Maybe his water bottle is still there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in the med bay because Susan would have told me to leave along with everyone else. I would be probably in the actually I'd be in the upper
gun.
The upper gun.
Okay, you can throw down wits as you're in the upper gun, the dorsal. What about Cherokee?
I think I'm finally ready to come back into the ship after all that.
Oh, you've already been in. You've already come in
Oh,
because we've montaged a little bit.
okay.
But we'll say that you're out there for a while.
I'm not sure, honestly. I kind of lost the plot there for a second.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a second. What about Skip Trace?
I'm in the lower gun.
You're in the low gun. Go ahead and throw down wits. And Dolby, where are you and what are you doing?
Well, I went back to the cockpit.
In the cockpit, you see Coolme is there doing sensors and such. Go on.
Okay, sorry. I'm back, I guess. So Katrina's not impregnated, so she
Correct.
doesn't need me to do any surgery. She's fine after the scan, correct?
Susan did not detect anything in her.
Okay.
Good.
'Cause I was going to
You never
determine
know.
what I didn't, and I wasn't. So we don't know. Ah, shit. Okay. Hey, Katrina, can you still meet me in the med bay?
Katrina, you just saw him burn Dole alive.
So, I would like to do an arthroscopy on the wound and actually make sure that there's nothing in there, and I can specifically isolate the eggs and vacuum them out if there's anything in there, and make sure that for sure that you're going to be okay.
Katrina, so Katrina won't actually say anything to you. You'll just get like a double blinking light on the communications channel to indicate that she heard you because she's busy. Like she's like I'm not even gonna respond. I'm just gonna say, "Yep, heard you."
Don't be alarmed.
Here."
That's what I'm saying. I was waiting for it.
Everything's gonna be
As the
okay.
alarms are going off.
Right. So, Cherokee, we're gonna say you're in the med bay, kind of cleaning up. You see Dole's stuff over there as you're maybe like packing it up, and
I'm going to do
A
like a
picture
little
of-
shrine.
a picture of Josh is in his stuff.
Poor guys.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do like the thing from Hey Arnold where it's like that creepy shrine to Arnold in Helga's closet. Except it's just going to be like Dole and all his stuff, and you know.
I love it. Dolby, as you're sitting there, maybe monitoring and talking to Coolme. Coolme is showing you the scans of the destroyer, and you kind of like leaned over, and she's showing you where everything is and about how long it'll take, and she's even pulled up stuff about leaving the system and that sort of stuff. Katrina, what'd you get on your throwdown?
Oh, 3.
And Burgess? You got 3 successes, right?
3 successes.
And 2? Okay. Skip, as you're on the bottom, the belly of the ship, gun, you see something kind of flash. It's below the planet. You guys are like, the planet's about this big in your viewfinder. So you're actually not that close to it. Okay. You're not actually in orbit of it yet. You're still decelerating. You see something flash in the shadow of the planet. And at first thought, you don't know what it is, but it's in the shadow. So something caught light as you realize it's the size of a ship. Burgess, since you got a 3, you see, and actually you don't feel it because there's no air. You see something whiz past really fast. Like, don't even know what it was. It was maybe 30 feet. Katrina, you see what looks like almost a meteor shower. 4 or 5 objects fly in the distance past you.
Good. I also saw that flash or whatever.
You didn't see the flash, no.
Oh, okay.
And you look over and you see Dolby and Coolme talking. You guys doing anything?
Katrina,
I say, Captain Dolby, permission to fire on the ship.
I spend cunning.
Yeah. Fucking hell. To do what?
To brace for impact.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know. That's so metagaming. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but he just said, okay, no, because he said something. I'm going to be like, everybody battle stations. How's that?
Now you can spin cunning. All right.
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Katrina will ask Susan, can you basically, or I'll say to her, can you get me a trajectory on those objects that just flew past us?
You can do that on the player turn.
Fine.
For we're now in rounds. So Dolby, what do you do?
All right. Don't point your. If this is the Krisk, don't point your weapons at them. They may not attack.
Are you going to bid anything?
And I'm going to bid Calm Under Fire to reassure my crew. All right, we might be in a tough situation, guys, but I want everyone to be in battle stations. Be ready, but I want you to be the least possible aggressive as possible.
I will say with that bid, you guys are pretty much in battle stations, and you can, if you're not, you can be in battle stations. So Dolby is like sort of giving you that heads up where you can be ready.
But brace yourselves for maybe movement. And I'm gonna jump in.
Is anyone else spending cunning?
I'm gonna jump in the chair and like buckle down and be like, don't be aggressive at all.
Okay. Does anyone else spend cunning?
Can I spend cunning for Silas?
Oh yeah. All of you can be in your battle stations because of what Dolby bid. The question is, do you want to take an action past that?
Well, so so Burgess is Burgess technically the only one in a gun right now, or is
No.
No. You guys are actually in pretty, yeah.
Okay, so then I want to, because I don't exactly remember what Silas's battle station was, but I definitely want to spend, because I'm in the med bay, so like I would be ready for like
Yeah, you just jump in the chair.
like right.
Silas would be there too, or in engineering.
So I'll stay in the med bay and send Silas to.
Yep. As Silas slides down the ladder and straps into the engine room, for Silas is now your guys' engineer. And the plan all along as Cherokee straps in. Shink, shink. All right. So, antagonist turn. Katrina, we'll have you roll. This is for the ship. You guys do not currently have your shields up. So this is a defensive roll. This would be Grace, and I think Dolby has the stats for the ship.
Yeah, well, we get a plus.
So it's my grace or the ship's grace?
You're rolling your Grace, but you get a bonus from the ship.
Gotcha.
Usually.
Okay.
We,
Gotcha.
The shields are charged
they're charged. They can just be put up. Yeah.
last game.
But I told everybody to not be aggressive, so charging the shields would be an aggressive move potentially.
Oh, they were already pre-charged.
They're pre-charged, but they're not up.
Yeah, we charged them.
They're not
Yeah,
up.
no.
Yeah. So they're ready to go, but they're not up. I didn't say raise shields because that would have been aggressive.
Right.
I just saw a
What'd you
culture, man. I saw everything.
So I mean, let's be reactionary. If something happens, we react to it. But I mean, I get it.
So you're aware, Cherokee, since you guys are doing a retro burn, the ass end of the ship, meaning the med bay and the engine room, are actually the front, like headed toward whatever this is.
Sweet. So I'm like on the roller coaster when it goes back.
You're right at the front.
Yes.
Except you're turned around.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to be supportive. I don't know what to do for my little chair, everybody, but you guys are great.
You got a little monitor, but you're huge in this chair.
And I just got this like little bitty screen.
All right, Katrina, what'd you get? Just burning it up over there.
3 successes.
Okay. As in this burn and being non-aggressive, you hear clink, 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 clink as you get hit. I'll have Dolby roll, and who else wants to roll?
Are we doing a fate roll? Is that what's going on?
Nope.
This is it. They're gonna hit us with missiles and stuff, and I made the wrong call.
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah.
So Dolby, you're rolling a d6. Who else
D6.
wants to roll a d6?
I need him.
I'll
My
roll.
phone died, so.
All right,
oh,
Holker
shit.
and Dolby are rolling.
I rolled.
D6.
Yep, and Jazzy, roll a d6 as well.
Fuck. I gotta go get physical dice. My phone died.
It's all good.
Gotta get physical.
Because of 2, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
All right.
Do you want me to roll in? You got it? You got some physical die.
He's got it. You're looking for a 1.
Yeah, I'm guessing a 1 would be the best.
This would be the chaos die for them.
Can I spend Cherokee has the chaos die?
Yeah, he's got the chaos die.
I'm rolling. That's not what that looked like, but that's what I'm doing. It's a 2. Fuck.
Can I?
So we
doesn't add
definitely got hit with the whatever.
We got
Okay.
one success.
All right.
Well, I was hoping they would
So-
just blow up being dummies.
All right, so 2 and 6, 8, so 9, and then they beat you by 1, so 10. So your ship takes 10 damage
Oh shit.
as it hits the cockpit.
Ruh-roh.
A bullet, ship-sized bullet, right? As in a ship bullet. So they're about this big, right?
Yeah,
Of your machine guns. They're huge.
Fun.
Boom! Knocks, just rips into the hull. Fun! As you see lights go off. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's a small leak. It's not like actually like a hole in the hull, but it actually did put a micro leak. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Almost a direct hit. As you see machine gun fire and a rail gun go off that nearly misses you.
Nearly, but
You
hits
realize,
us.
Dolby, well, yeah, it does miss you.
Oh.
As
Narrowly misses us.
narrowly as Dolby, you realize this is not the Krisk.
Okay.
And in fact, you see it written on Colmie's face as she looks up and she goes, it's a frigate. That is where we're going to end after the
Oh.
player turn. After the player.
Shields.
What do you do, players?
Get us out of here.
So Katrina will immediately. I'll probably do a partial bid. I would think for these.
Yeah, because you guys are headed in the wrong direction. You are slowing down, but you've got to counteract all of that force unless you change directions, which
Yeah.
would be what you would want to do.
Yeah, I think you get
Because
us out of
going
here.
back the way you came,
Let's use
is
our
slow.
momentum and flip the burn, Katrina. I'm gonna
So
hit the shield button.
I will bid. Firstly, I'll bid aerial awareness to start. Flipping the ship again to. And actually, Katrina will probably charge up the grav drive. Because at this point, it's not like we're trying like.
so
we're
these are
not
two
hiding.
different things. They're two different
Okay.
actions. So you can do one.
Okay, well, Katrina will flip the ship first.
Okay. All right. So that'll be your thing. What do you bid to do it? You could have someone else charge the grav drive.
Yeah, Colmy could do it.
Aerial awareness. I would tell Colmy to
Okay. As
charge the
Colmy
grav drive.
reaches over, boom. Cherokee, will roll me a d6, please. As what do you bid for flipping a bitch? Katrina?
Aerial awareness.
Aerial awareness. All right. Burgess and Skip Trace, you guys do anything?
I bid tactical to start firing back.
All right. Throw down. Burgess?
I will also
Can I spend a
attempt to fire
narrative
back.
point?
Sorry?
Can I spend a narrative point? I would like to turn my screen into like essentially the
gun.
CCTV. That'd be
Yeah.
No. So
Yeah.
essentially, what I'm going to do is be able to see in every direction around the ship and swap through monitors to essentially
Yeah.
have
Yeah, you
see
can-
angles that.
You are able to do that, yes.
Okay.
One.
So go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say one thing I want to do, because obviously this is probably my last turn anyway. Is I would like to bid my fate, not my fate, just like as a trait, the Emperor, and I'll ask.
So everyone has to agree that you can do it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not bidding as my
Oh,
fate.
you're just
Oh, I
bidding
think
as
you
a trait.
should.
Cool.
I
Okay.
absolutely think you should. Go for
Wait,
it.
you think I should bid as a fate?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you're going to throw down, you would. So what is it you're trying to do?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask Susan to Susan, can you run an analysis on the impact of those projectiles to get me and cross-reference them with specs and no materials to get a designation on the type of on the weapon type those are shot from, and then run some cross references to
You guys
give me a
bidding,
readout of
Susan?
the tip.
Are you guys cool bidding, Susan?
Sure.
Yes. Sorry. Totally missed the question.
Everybody's cool? Thumbs up. Yep, cool. All right, as she says, of course, Susan. Of course, Katrina. Okay. So those of you that are thrown down, what'd you get?
I got 6 successes on the attack.
Okay. And what'd you get, Burgess?
Two successes.
As you both shoot these machine guns, you see like the rounds cycling out furiously, and you see the tracer. All of you feel a harsh jerking motion in your intestine as the world goes. Katrina spinning. Everyone make a brawn throwdown. So your action die and your brawn die. And this includes Katrina. The threshold on this is 2. If you don't make this, you pass out.
I got 2 with flare.
All right, so limbo, you start like getting a little bit woozy, like that scene in Interstellar where you like almost go down. So you kind of like, lean heavily in your chair. But seeing as you're not trying to do anything specifically like technical, it's not a big deal.
Can I activate an ability for this?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then I will go ahead and activate and bid seasoned shipmate to get an extra D10.
Cool.
4 successes. So
Oh, you get narrative point. As you're too big to pass out, you're like, just tough it out.
I got 3 successes.
Okay. As you swing with the turn, you're the driver. It's easier for you. Same thing for you, Skip Trace, as you maybe spin with the turn. And Burgess, what about you? How many successes?
No successes.
Okay, you pass out. Unless you bid to not pass out.
No, I pass out.
Tank! As your head hits the glass. And
Wait. Here's a question. What I feel like it'd be funnier if his boots were already magnetized. So he passes out and he's just like
Oh, he's strapped in. He's in the gunnery thing. He's strapped
true,
in.
he's
true. I
strapped in
forgot
now.
about that.
As your head hits the glass, ping! Your helmet. Okay, Burgess, you got 2 successes, so roll damage. The threshold is 2, so it's halved. So it's the same thing for you, Skip. Threshold is 2. I believe you said you got 4.
Oh, I got 6.
You got 6, so you get 4 extra damage and whatever you roll. Meanwhile, you guys see the shields around your ship go up.
And is that my whole
And you
action, by the way?
No.
Can
Well, you hit the gravity drive. That is an action, yes.
No, I
It's actually charge.
I hit the shields. I just hit the shield.
Comey
button.
was the one who did that.
Yeah, that is an action.
Okay.
Yeah. Although
Oh wait, no. See.
they were already charged,
Yeah.
so pretty much you can't. The thing
Maybe
is, you
a
can't
bonus
do
action,
it
so to
and
speak?
something else. What else would you like to do?
I would just maybe try to inspire people.
Absolutely, you can do that. If you want to bid something, and then everyone can get a +1 for this.
All right.
I want to do some
I'm
summons
gonna
as well.
I'm gonna bid unscathed, and to activate my authoritarian presence.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah.
It's like, we're under fire. We need to fuck shit up and get the fuck out. This is a bigger ship than we are, and we're on the run.
Roll wits or mind, and tell me how many successes you get.
Oh, or this is about the same size ship as we have.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll wits or mind.
All right. That's not a success.
Well, what would you get on it?
I got a 3.
And that was on your action die and mind?
Oh no,
Or
I just
wits?
rolled one
Yeah.
die. Oh, that's 2 successes.
Okay, so everyone gets 2 successes for this, which means, Burgess, you hit your head and shake it off as Dolby inspire his words inspire you awake. That's extra damage for you. And actually, Burgess, it means you do deal full damage. So what was the damage you rolled, Burgess?
You're muted.
2 successes.
On the damage, it's just the dice.
Oh, the dice?
And yeah, you're rolling 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, 2d6 plus 1. Well, let me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless you guys have different guns on
12.
your ship.
no, I thought it was 2d4. So
Do you guys have smaller guns? If they're not heavy, then it's 2d4.
No, the
I was looking
guns
at
are.
the upgraded
I can give you. They are. We just have an upgraded gravity drive. 2d6 plus 1. No, that's
Yeah,
the
the
Vulcan
2d6.
cannons. Is that?
Yeah, that's what they're shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 from Burgess. Burgess, you rolled 12.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
So
Yeah,
11
5
to
and a
12.
6 plus 1
And you
is
get
12.
2 from Dolby, so you rolled 14.
Damn.
Okay.
it's 10 damage for me.
And that's with the +2?
Yeah.
And the +4? You know you can re-roll those, right? With proficiencies.
No, I can't because I'm out of proficiency.
Ah, 10.
That's how I got
Right.
6. That's how I got 6.
24 damage. All right. Cherokee, will you roll me a d6? Katrina, will you roll me a d6?
Yeah.
I do want to use an action with that screen thing. I just thought of
Okay,
something
okay.
that I could do with it.
Well, let me
That'd be
finish
fine.
It
this.
circles back.
5, and what'd you get?
5. That's weird.
Okay, 5, so 11. As when your Vulcan cannon munitions or rounds hit this ship, this frigate, as it comes out, boom, 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 the sun, one of the sun's light hits it. As you see this fucking frigate, it's, to answer your question, Dolby, it's much bigger than your ship.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 times as large.
Yeah.
It moving out, and it's all of its guns, like all 4 of them, angle towards you. The railgun does too, and your munitions from your gun and Burgess's just pepper it. You see that the flash that you saw was its shields raising, as several of the rounds are just deflected and burned into nothingness, but a few of them get through as you see decompressions along part of the compartments. As you guys flip around, Katrina, are you just going in a straight line past them, speeding up, or are you going at an angle, or what are you doing? Out of the system, in the system, what?
Katrina would just probably be going in a straight line past them.
Okay. As you whip past them, gunning it, no pun intended, and you see this frigate, which is fairly fast, starting to turn as its fire is attempting to trace you, but you guys are a little too fast for it. Its railgun shoots again, and you're whipped past. Last bit of an action before we end. Cherokee, what'd you want to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna use my flaw gather T because I'm a nosy bitch. Let's get messy.
Yep.
I'm gonna start flipping through the screens, and what I'm looking for is either weaknesses or intel that I can give to Katrina or the 2 gunners for like weak points, or a good lane for her to shoot.
Excellent. So you guys will know this, and this will be the end. Katrina, as you see this little scramble appear in your hollow feed outfeed. What am I trying to say?
Readout.
Thank you. Of Cherokee's all these stats of that frigate. You know it has 2 vital spots. One is the engine in the back. One is the bridge. Hitting the vital spots means you're not attacking its wound levels. This is mechanics. Basically, if you hit it anywhere else, then it has way more hit points.
Gotcha.
That's the point. We'll just
Okay, yeah.
It's got pretty heavy shields, a lot of firepower, and you know that this thing likely has a Mark IV, potentially a Mark V gravity drive, so it can potentially keep up with you.
What do we have? The Mark V.
We have a upgraded gravity drive.
Okay, I'm cool with you guys continuing. It's just you told me.
No,
you
no.
gotta go.
The only thing I was just gonna say was I'm just gonna use a pip, or I can do a bit if you need me to have asked Susan to be running active scans on the ship as we're passing by it?
So Susan's already engaged in doing something. You have to wait till the next
Gotcha.
turn. Cherokee
Okay,
is
well, then never
literally
mind.
doing what you're doing, what you're asking
Yeah,
Susan to do.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking, is that I was
Right.
filling in that gap there.
Yeah.
Cool.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So you're getting the readout of the frigate and also that class, and Cherokee will have scanned it to just kind of get a basic example of what it does. Okay.
Gotcha, okay.
That is where we'll end this session. The Pursuit is next session.
Pursuit. Well,
Anyone get any goals?
Yeah.
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 I talked to Godstrom.
Hey.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too. I
Was that a
talked to
major or minor?
Gostrom. Minor.
Major or
That was my
minor?
major goal, actually.
So you get all of your cunning and all of your breath back.
Well, what was that? Just one Cherokee?
Yeah, I got my major goal.
So one for Cherokee and one for Dolby.
Yeah.
Yep. And
but
Dolby
that
was it a major or minor?
It was a minor.
Okay. So you get 1 and 1, breath and cunning. Cherokee, you get 2 experience. You get a pip. Everyone gets a pip as well because Cherokee got a major goal. Dolby, you get a pip for the minor. And one experience.
Everybody should have gotten a pip last game because I had a major goal last game, just in case you didn't
Yep.
add that.
So remember, drop the load if you have to. Remember, narrative points, you can't have more than 5.
I have
So
5.
if you've gone over or something, then next session we'll just color the scene that is. Yeah. And that's it.
Do you wanna take us out?
All right, I gotta skedaddle.
Good night.
Peace out.
Good night.
Peace
Bye,
out.
guys.
Night.
Night.
We leading out.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you for joining us with this episode of We're playing DreadLore, which is a TTRPG tabletop role-playing game. You can find it at DreadLore.com. You can get a book, get a digital book, get setting materials, all kinds of stuff, kudos, shirts, etc., etc. I want to thank Couchfire Media Productions. That's www.couchfiremedia.com for all of the sexy switching and artwork and all these things. I want to thank Mr. Interrupt, as well as all lowercase letters for the music for this episode and all of our episodes. You can find them on Spotify and literally everywhere. I want to thank Trois Reblay for really,
What do you do?
kind of
Oh, no.
they're a vestige of the past.
What did they do?
I think they snuck in somehow. We got hacked and they just added their little roll thing to it. It's weird. I want to thank Unpaid Labor for sponsoring this episode. Thank you very much. We appreciate you greatly. No one else does. I want to thank the Patreon members. Guess what? We got a Patreon. Daniel Hulker, Tim Roberts, Nostalgic, and Natalia Cline. You can join our Patreon at patreon.com/DreadLore. It would help us out, y'all. Like, subscribe, send us, cool videos or whatever it is you want to do. We love the support and the attention. Yeah, that's about it.
And today, soldier.
After hours?
Who's going to be on After Hours?
I have to boogie.
Not me. See you later.
And
It's
he's like, I'm out.
Drizzle, you going to hang out for a minute?
It depends on how long.
All right,
just
so
a
we're
few
going to do an
minutes.
After Hours, like a 10, 15, 20-minute After Hours, where we're going to discuss the game and all that good stuff. So join us in just like 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll hit and quit it. Thanks, everybody.